Hello and welcome to HBFT Gaming. I'm HBFT and we are here with our very first look at Breachway. I'm really excited about this one. Breachway is a deck building ship roguelike strategy game along the lines, at least as I understand it, similar to FTL, where you are engaged in card battles, you choose your ship, you hire your crew, you make decisions, all in the service of finding the signal. Now we might go through multiple iterations and that's highly likely, but we should get stronger and also get more knowledge in order to make it to victory. So I invite you to join me as we take our very first look at Breachway. A sudden jolt awakens you as you hear the distinct beeping of doors opening. As reality creeps back in, you slowly recognize your surroundings, the cramped confines of your quarters on the Atlas. Hey, wake up! The captain wants to see us on the command deck. He seems pretty agitated and you look groggy as hell. So just let me do the talking. Head over to the command deck. Lena Starling. I'm guessing maybe she's like first officer. There's an unusual flurry of activity as you enter the command deck. The captain, studying the data feed on one of the consoles, beckons the two of you over. Captain Quinn. Our infrared sensors detected a large explosion in Solari's space, right where one of their research stations is located. Whatever they were up to, looks like it did not go as planned. So this might be our big break then. A chance to turn this scavenging mission around and not go home empty-handed. Well, could be. We're closer to the station than any of the Solari fleet in the system. We can't risk approaching with the Atlas, however, as it would be picked up by fleet scanners and we'd be done for. Small ship like the Magpie, though, launched at our current speed, could get there undetected. It'll run on minimal reactor capacity, using only maneuvering thrusters for flight path adjustments. With all due respect, sir, the fireworks will likely attract other scavengers by the time we get there. Which is why the lieutenant here is tasked with protecting the Magpie in case things go south. I will assemble a team while you make the necessary preparations. Report to the docking bay in 30 minutes. Prepare to head out. Ship selection. This is the ship status screen. You can view statistics such as number and types of hardpoints, starting equipment, and crew. Each piece of equipment contains a few starting cards and has capacity to add more cards as you play. Equipment requires an assigned crew member to function. Ship selection. The Magpie. A compact vessel equipped with an industrial laser cutter and a set of robotic arms perfectly suited for scavenging missions. If you want a better look at your ship, you can orbit the camera while keeping the left mouse button pressed and use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Once you are done inspecting your ship, click on the Accept button in the ship selection window to proceed. Oh, this is like a submersible or something. This almost makes me feel like we're in the, I don't know, the space, search for space Titanic or something. Tiny little guy with a little laser cutter. We shall accept it. Oh, wow. All right. If we just follow the nav points I laid out, we should be at the wreckage in about 2 days, and then we rendezvous back with the Atlas. We just stick to the asteroid belt as much as we can to avoid detection. Easy. I really don't see why the captain decided to put you in charge of my ship. Watch your tone. While we're on this mission, this is your new captain. Hey, come on now, we got a mission to do. You can fight all you want once we're back on the hauler. Soon things settle down, and everyone is at their assigned post. It's time to start familiarizing yourself with the ship's command console. So I'm assuming this is us in the upper left-hand corner. If we go ahead and click waypoint neutral, does that do anything? Oh, it takes us here. Your console flashes a warning indicating combat near your flight path. Not long after, the infrared sensors flare as the ship explodes. The remaining ship changes course, heading in your direction. Hey, there's no way their sensors spotted us. We've been running cold for almost a day now. Hey, just out of luck then. Their flight path will take them right within radar detection range. Prepare combat protocols. Ooh, heck yes, deck building, here we go. Oh, nice. Vulture. This is your hand of cards, displaying the actions you can take every turn. Each card requires resources to play, shown as a number in the lower part of the card. The colored number next to the icon indicates your current energy. The white number shows your energy income at the start of next turn. Resources carry over between turns. Oh, wow, so you can actually bank them. That's kind of crazy. So we've got 6 energy. We'll gain 4 energy at the start of the next turn. Enemy cards. Enemy actions are based on their equipment. Each piece of equipment has a card slot indicating the next action. Cards gain 1 pip each turn. When all pips are filled, the card's border turns white, signaling that it will be played on the next turn. You play cards by dragging and dropping them over the crosshair region. Attack the enemy by playing 2 slice cards to advance. So slice, deal 4 damage, costs 3 energy. We've got 6 right now. It looks like the enemy has 3 turns before Shield Pulse, where they add 4 shield points to themselves, and Laser Pulse, we've got 2 turns until they deal 4 damage. Precision is able to target specific equipment. So we're about to deal 8 damage total in a burst of 6 energy. So we'll place 1 slice. That brought him from 18 to 14. And we're going to go and slam this out here. I should probably move my face down just a little bit. So just give me one moment. Okay, that's hopefully a little bit better. Press the end turn button to advance to your enemy's turn. And you'll see the pips are going to advance, right? Yep, there we go. There we go. So it looks like Laser Pulse is coming on the next turn, and then Shield Pulse is a couple of turns away. Shields are your primary defense, with each shield point blocking 1 point of damage. Shields halve at the start of each turn, so deploy shield cards just before an enemy attack for maximum effectivity. The enemy ship is about to attack. Play a block card to prevent hull damage from the enemy's upcoming attack. Looks like he's about to deal 4 points of precision damage, and we've got block where we gain 4 points of shielding. So we're going to go ahead and play that for 2, and we can bank the excess, and I'm assuming that's going to bring us up to 6 on the next turn. After playing a card, it moves to your cooldown pile. Cooldown duration is indicated by the number next to the timer icon on the card. Once off cooldown, it returns to your draw pile. Press the tab key or click the card status UI for an overview of cards in your draw pile, in your hand, or on cooldown. So if we hit tab right here, you can see that we've got cooldown on slice, both of these, 3 turns on a block, and we currently got target lock, deal +1 damage, play at least 1 attack per turn. Oh, so it straight up deals tick damage of 1. That's awesome, but you got to play an attack every single turn. Okay, fair enough. And I'm assuming if you stop doing that, it's going to fall off. So I'm guessing we'll just end the turn, right? We could play the 2. I guess we will be attacking. Sure, why not? We'll go ahead. Can we play that? Oh, is that a negatory? Oh, maybe we've got to play the attack first and we can't do that. So let's go in and end. So here comes the Laser Pulse. Shot, it just burns the shield away, but we didn't take any damage. We still have 50 points of hull here. Persistent effects on your ship appear above your card hand. Some effects last for a set amount of turns, while others have an upkeep condition that you have to meet each turn to maintain the effect. So I'm guessing that's like target lock, right? So cost per turn to maintain effect. We'll go ahead and place this. It's 1 point of damage. Shield Pulse is coming on the next turn. But we need to shoot. Ooh, slice. 5 damage instead of 4. We'll go ahead and send that. Beautiful. Brings him down to 5. And we're going to hang tight right here. Shield Pulse is going to come up. He's going to get 4 points of shielding. But I'm curious if it works the same way it does for us, where essentially, if we wait a turn, that's going to half down to 2. So, I mean, but we've got to keep attacking no matter what. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the attack for 3. There we go.
Shields down.
Oh, wow. All right. There we go. And we got block because he's about to trigger Laser Pulse. Tick out. And then I'm assuming that target lock is going to deal 1 damage. Burns off the shield. And we'll attack for 5. High 5. There we go. That's excellent. So we gain 25, I'm guessing some kind of currency. What is this actually? I'm guessing they'll tell us. Awesome. The area is starting to get pretty lively. We should expect more combat on our approach to the station. It looks like we're not the only ones stupid enough to raid a Solari facility. It's too late to hide our presence now. Asking for permission to restore the reactor's ordnance protocol. That should allow us to squeeze some more power out of it. It will also improve our laser beam's output. Permission granted. Override the cutter's safety protocols. We will need more firepower. Aye, aye, Captain. That should enable it to emit concentrated laser pulses. It won't be a military-grade laser, but it'll be close. Ordnance. You now have access to the Ordnance resource. Ordnance is the main resource for attacks. Open your ship's status screen now to inspect your resource area. You have 1 unallocated reactor power. left click on the ordnance resource to add your extra reactor power to it. You can redistribute reactor power between your resources at any time. If you right click on energy twice to remove 2 power from it, or you left click twice to add the 2 power to ordnance, your power distribution should be as indicated below. So what they're saying is that they want us to pull back there. We'll get 2 ordnance points, and then we'll apply it towards ordnance. So we increase our output, and then we will, I guess, decrease how much energy it is that we are gaining per turn, something like that. To close the ship status screen, click on the button again. So it's like a distribution, right? Okay, there we go. Modify cutter, and it shows you the cards. That's so cool. Beam sweep. I'm curious if that adjusts based off the ordnance. Like if we boost the energy like this, now it's still the same cards. Well, I guess we'll see how that affects things. So we'll boost that back up to 3 and let's go. So we'll just go ahead and close ship status, and we're onto the waypoint, neutral waypoint. Hey, we've got a ship closing in on an attack vector. It looks like pirates. Prepare combat protocols. Ooh, that's a fancy ship. It's really tiny. You can redistribute reactor power anytime in combat. Oh, interesting. Right-click on a resource type to remove 1 power unit. Left-click to add it. This lets you shift your resource income to suit your needs. Warning, adding 1 power to a resource generates heat. Heat changes take place after playing the very next card. Ships have a heat resistance and dissipation value. Resistance is the amount of heat a ship can safely sustain before overheating. Dissipation is the amount of heat removed at the end of each turn. Every point of overheat deals 1 hull damage at the start of your turn. Oh dear God. Okay, so we've got -1 heat dissipation, and we've got 3 points of heat that we can generate. Deal 6 damage, ignite 3. Hull damage required to add 1 heat. I mean, we could start this off early for 2. Oh. Okay, we'll have to see how this plays out. Let's go ahead. He's got a laser pulse. He's going to shoot soon. It's going to be 4. Our blocks 4. So we'll go ahead and put that out for 2. And then we can spend 3 ordnance. Oh, ordnance points are needed. This is as part of the cost. So this card costs 3 ordnance points and 2 energy in order to play it. I'm just going to go in and beam sweep this guy and ignite him for 3. So that dealt 6, and it dealt heat damage as well. Wow, so we're overheating the enemy. That's kind of nuts. So incoming. Laser, blocked it with a shield. Phenomenal. Heavy blast is going to deal 10 damage, minus 50% equipment damage. My gosh. Cards with this targeting icon, like the laser pulse, are precision attacks that can target specific enemy equipment. Drag and drop these cards over an enemy equipment or card in the UI, or over a piece of equipment on the ship model to attack it. Equipment durability. Each enemy piece of equipment has a durability value indicated by the shield icon. When durability hits 0, the equipment breaks, preventing any actions. Enemy equipment is automatically repaired in 3 turns. The durability damage from precision cards is indicated by the crossed out X shield icon. Well, we've got target lock, we got laser pulse. These have the precision element to it, so we can deal 4 points of damage to something. Right now, the shield pulse has 6 durability, so if we wanted to, that's going to be 3. We can place the target lock on the enemy, and we're going to go ahead and laser pulse onto the shield pulse, just allowing us to continue to burn away at them, and they can't block it. So end the turn. Discarding cards. You can right-click to discard unwanted cards, freeing up a slot for a new draw next turn. Discarded cards go on cooldown just as if being played. Consider discarding cards that are not useful in the next few turns. I'm curious if you can do it whenever you want, like you play what you want and discard the rest. Maybe that's the way, yeah? So laser pulse, we've got to play some kind of play. Deal 7 damage, ignite 3. I mean, that's to the ship. That's 3 and 2 plus... Yeah, we can't do both of these, so we got to choose. I mean, I guess we'll pop out the shield pulse. Precision straight to shield pulse. There we go. And they're not going to attack us right away, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to right click on block and hold. So now heavy blast is coming in on the next turn, so it's going to be huge, right? So 7 damage, ignite 3. Well, let's nail him. He can't block it. And it's 2 and 2. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not good, right? It's not good. We don't have enough for this. If we were to decrease and increase Oh, see, that's for the next turn. Look at that. We should have thought about that. So that generated 1 heat. I thought maybe we'd instantly get ordnance, but that would be pretty powerful. I guess all we can do is mitigate some of that damage. So we'll put up block. We're going to take 6. Still, negative 50% equipment damage. Let's hold. So we went from 50 down to 44. And he's only got 2, so let's just hit him. Beam sweep? No. Laser pulse. We're going to target... shield pulse. And he's out. High five. There we go. Victory. So you gain 25 infrared emitter. Combat rewards. Click on the subsystem item to add it to your cargo bay. I'm guessing it's an upgrade. Captain, we should hook up the mass refiner module to the reactor. It's crucial for improving our reactor's power output and strengthening the Magpie's shield system. It was originally meant for deflecting dust and minor asteroids, not high-powered lasers. I can modify it to suspend high-density particles in its magnetic field, diffusing laser beams and absorbing kinetic force. This improves defense but requires mass. Okay, permission granted. I don't know what that means, but go for it. We also salvaged a functional subsystem from that ship. I'm sure we can put it to good use. Might help us get out of this in one piece. I'll be claiming that as reparations for my ship when we're back on the Atlas. The Magpie will need a new coat of paint once all of this is over. You can upgrade your reactor with credits you gather on your journey. To upgrade your reactor, open the ship's status screen. Okay, so it's credits. That's what this is. Click on the upgrade button below the reactor icon. Each upgrade gives you 1 extra reactor power. So pop that. You now have access to the mass resource used for upgrades and repairs. Add your upgraded power unit to mass by left-clicking on its resource area. Some systems enhance compatible equipment in their cards with various effects. Drag and drop the subsystem from the cargo bay on your modified cutter for application. Only one subsystem of the same type can be added to an equipment. Infrared emitter laser. Any attack from this weapon that deals hull damage adds +1 heat. Oh, nice. Holy moly. I'm curious what this 75 cost is. Yeah, infrared emitter has now been applied. So that's cool. And that's that. So is there a way to mouse over? We've got it here. +1 heat. And then can we move that elsewhere at some point? It looks like it's kind of stuck there, yeah? Well, we'll have to take a look. I'm not too sure. So off we go to the station wreckage. The remains of the station slowly come into view as you navigate to the designated coordinates. Things seem quiet, but the tension in the crew is palpable. Judging by the electromagnetic emissions, there should still be some functional equipment we can salvage in that section over there. Hey, wait. Look at the fluctuation in those infrared readings. I'll bet you a week's ration there's a ship lying in wait to spring an ambush. Prep the laser. Let's go around to get the jump on him instead. Circle around and attack. Advantage. First attack deals +3 damage or move closer to the wreckage to get a better read. Well, I wonder if there's a negative side to doing this when we didn't need to. Let's go for it. Yep, there is an enemy there. And so now behind my face, so okay, this is, now I don't know where. I'm covering something up, so let me go ahead and move myself back up because you can't see. Crew members have abilities you can activate at will during combat. To inspect crew abilities, hover over a crew member's portrait. Abilities do not use regular resources. Instead, they cost command points and have a cooldown after use. Your command point capacity is determined by the amount of crew on board. +3 max command points per crew member. And you can see them down here. Overload cannons. Oh, see, I'm covering that too. Gosh darn it. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. There we go. Okay. So, overload cannons. Next attack played this turn deals +50% damage. We've got force production, gain 2 of each resource. I'm guessing that's like instant. It's 4 command points. So if we look at our points, we've got mass. So we've got 3 + 1. Yeah. And then tune generator. Next shield card played this turn gives +50% shield points. We've got 8 out of 12 command points. Okay, great. And I don't remember if those actually come back online or if that's like a finite resource that we have right now. So it seems like laser pulse is coming out. It's going to be 4 points of damage. We've got another 4 points of damage right here. We've got infrared emitter. Any attack from this weapon that deals hull damage adds +1 heat. And then ambush combat advantage, we deal an extra 3 damage on this turn specifically. So we should probably take advantage of that, yeah? Now, I would like to use the shield. The block now blocks 6. It's now costing mass as well. and we've got an inbound of 8. However, if we use Tune Generator, we'll pop that. That's 4 command points, and we can use block. Now we gain shield of 9, so we can block everything incoming right now. And we're going to go ahead and attack with a beam sweep.
Enemy shields down.
There we go. Drop the shields. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and hold. Incoming pulse and firefly. That's 4 points of damage. Another 4 points of damage, but our shields are still holding. Incoming enemy missile. You can track missiles in the lower left part of the screen above your hull points. Missiles have a delay of 1 or more turns before they hit. You can defend against missiles by playing shield cards or shooting them down with special missile defense cards. Oh, I didn't realize that it wouldn't impact immediately, yeah? We've got 3 shields right now. We could obviously use another and then beam sweep. That seems to be fair, so let's get that on up there. We have another ability we could play. We can't do overload cannons because we only have 4, but we could do gain 2 of each resource if we really want to. We don't have any energy at all. I guess we'll hold because we've got 9 right now. Let's just go ahead and end the turn. Incoming missile plus the 4, that's 8. And we've got 1 right now. So we can actually deal damage. I don't think hitting their subsystems is going to make much sense, or hitting their equipment, just because they've got so much durability. We kind of need to attack the ship directly, right? So if we do the beam sweep, yeah, we're not getting command points back. These are coming in all the time. So block's going to cost all of our energy, and that's a big problem. I feel like we need to reduce our ordnance income, and we need to increase our energy income, because right now it's kind of our bottleneck at the moment. I mean, I guess I'm going to shield up, but it's going to mean that we can't really attack very well. We can start burning away at the laser pulse, because that's a consistent damage that's always coming in, and we're going to go ahead and end the turn. So there's that laser pulse.
Incoming missile.
Missile's out. It's going to come in on the next one. Laser pulse is coming again. Now, we've got our laser pulse for their laser pulse. We don't have any shields right now, right? All right, we'll hit the laser pulse, and we're going to use beam sweep to deal 6, ignite 3. And look at that. Now we've got an overheat, so that's phenomenal. And then we're going to go ahead and hold. We've got incoming missile for 4, plus the laser pulse for 4. So it's going to be, we're going to be taking 7 on this one.
We've been hit, Captain.
We're down to 37 right now. And we've got our block for the incoming, but okay, so now we got more energy. We can actually do 2 things at once, right? So block's going to be necessary. We don't want to take more damage. Beam sweep just to keep the damage going. Or we could start the target lock, but we don't have an attack. So let's go ahead and beam sweep them. And we're going to go ahead and drop out the target lock and end the turn. They're down to 5. They're still overheating. I'm hoping if we destroy them, then it ends the fight immediately. We don't have to worry about the firefly, right? So right now we're actually low. Ooh, we're low ordnance resources for the laser pulse, so we can't do that. But we can put on the shield, and we're low again, huh? Energy down, ordnance up, and we'll hold. We're going to take some damage there. Not great. He's got 4 remaining, so can we hit him? Ooh, we'll hit that laser pulse. And there we go. High five. Click on the flashing equipment to add it to your cargo bay. A basic missile rack. Sure. After some combat encounters, you can draft cards to add to any piece of equipment. Click on the Add Card button to select a card to add. Oh, look at that. Wow. Pick a card to add to your equipment. You can also skip it, it seems, but Paired Pulse deal 3 damage 2 times with precision. Nice, so you can actually ping out twice, but it costs a lot of ordnance and 1 energy. Shield Stream. Gain 4 shield and 1 shield duration per turn. Prevent shield points from having on turn start. Oh, wow. Disable 1 energy production for the effect's duration. So I guess it reduces your energy production by 1, but it allows you to sustain that shield for longer, so you can just like keep it up. Okay. Expand capacity. Add 1 card slot. Costs 1 mass for every existing card slot. Oh, so you have to actually invest mass in order to have the existing card slot increase. I guess we'll go with the Paired Pulse just because I don't know if we have resources to spread right now. So we'll go Paired Pulse and hold. We'll gain the currency and we'll get the basic missile rack. Morale determines the rate at which your crew command points recharge on entering a node. Each crew member increases your maximum command points by 3. Certain event choices can temporarily or permanently affect crew morale. Okay, that makes more sense. So we're getting our command points while we're on the overview screen, and then we're spending them if we so choose, hopefully sparingly in combat. So great. Area clear. No further hostiles in engagement range. Deploying a recon drone for a visual sweep of the wreckage. Hey, look behind that plating. That black box is the station's main data storage and backup unit. It's bound to have a lot of valuable research data we can sell. Who knows what they were cooking up here? Are you out of your mind? If the Solari catch wind of us stealing that, we're as good as dead. Hey, we need a new air recycling and ventilation system back at the station, don't we? That's why we went on this scavenging run in the first place. This'll bring in enough credits for all that and more. Hey, enough squabbling. We've got a limited window before more hostiles arrive. Our orders were to retrieve all valuable salvage, so let's get to work. Begin salvage operations. The crew quickly works to retrieve the black box and fill the Magpie's cargo bay with any valuable salvage they can find. After the work is done, you set course for the rendezvous point with the Atlas. Open your ship status UI screen to inspect your salvaged equipment and install it on your ship. Drag the equipment from the cargo bay and drop it on the appropriate empty hardpoint. This will add 1 extra card slot and the cards from that equipment to your deck while in combat. So we got a basic missile rack. They come with 2 Starflare missiles, which seem to deal 6 damage with a 1-turn delay, and then it depletes. Remove from battle once played. So you have limited munitions with it. Okay, fair enough. Well, we shall now close this ship status, and we shall continue. Rendezvous point neutral. Incoming tight beam transmission from the Atlas. Magpie, this is the Atlas. We've got a situation. The Solari have flagged us for interrogation. They've most likely got all their sensors pointed at us until we meet up with their patrol ships. Any attempt to pick you up would incriminate us both. We'll be fine, but I'm afraid you'll have to return to the station on your own. Keep your burn minimal and maintain a low profile until you are clear. Roger that, Captain. Stay safe. I've heard about Solari interrogation methods. I wouldn't want to be on the Atlas right now. There's an alternate route we can take that'll keep us away from any major flight corridors and known Solari fleet positions. Should work. We have enough Delta V and remaining fuel to get us to the station. We'll set an alternate route to the station then. And that'll take us straight through deadweight controlled territory though. The solitary scavenger ship is sure to attract some attention from those pirate scum. We'd best be on our toes. Proceed. So it looks like it's leading us on this yellow path around, right? There are 2 path types in Breachway. Main paths, shown as blue, allows only forward movement. Secondary paths marked by thin yellow lines permit both forward and backward movement. Moving to a node on a secondary path consumes 1 fuel, and currently we've got 6 in the upper left-hand corner there. Yeah, so we got 6 fuel. So if we go to waypoint disliked, or we go to unavailable allied. So waypoint disliked. Hey, Captain, we've intercepted a distress call. A civilian transport's under attack by a deadweight raider. They won't last long without our intervention. If we reroute power to the thrusters for max burn, we could intercept in time, pulling the raider's focus. That's too risky. It would leave us exposed during the approach. The deadweight could attack us freely. We'd be defenseless until combat systems are online. It is a calculated risk. Diverting their fire from the transport to us is the only way to save that ship. Our hull should hold against a barrage. Hey, you make the call, Captain. Distract the pirates and save the civilian transport. We get 1 morale, but the enemy gains initiative. Maybe they get to act first. Wait until the weapons are fully charged before engaging, and we get combat advantage. Stay out of this. Our orders are to return to base. So the morale gives us the command points, right? I mean, I'd rather just save the civilian transport, but we get combat advantage. I mean, there's no plus. No, I mean, there is a plus, but no minus, so let's go ahead and take it. It's best we stack the odds in our favor. We're in dangerous waters here. Prepare for combat. The civilian ship's hull gives under further attacks from the pirate cruiser. Your infrared sensors register a massive heat spike as it explodes. You launch the attack on the pirate ship as soon as your weapons are charged. This will be the last ship these pirates ever prey upon. So I'm guessing we get a boost in damage for the first attack, yeah? Flak weapons. The enemy ship has a flak cannon. Flak inflicts random damage within range. Most flak attacks have a shredding value. Hull damage from flak that is equal or higher than the attack's shredding value triggers a shred status effect on the target. Each shred stack raises flak's minimum damage by 1. Shred decreases by 1 if not reapplied in a turn. So most flak attacks have a shredding value. Hull damage from flak that is equal or higher than the attack's shredding value triggers a shred status effect on the target. We've got flak barrage, deal 3 to 7 damage, shredding of 5. Hull damage required to apply 1 shred. So if we block it with a shield, then we're generally okay. It sounds like we just have to worry about the laser pulse on this one. So we definitely want to get a block up. So there we go. That's going to give us 6 shield. It seems we've got 8 points of command points right here. We can double ping for 3 each. So that's basically 6. And we can ding out on the flak barrage if we so choose. I'm going to go ahead and do that. They don't have a shield, so targeting the equipment deals damage to the hull. And right now we are out of everything else. So let's go ahead and... Ooh, I'm torn. Let's end turn. We need to hold on to a block because flak barrage is coming and we don't want to gain any shred, right? So we've maintained we had 2 shielding and then the turn ticked and it halved into 1. That's a interesting setup that we got. So we got our flak barrage coming in. It's going to be 3 to 7 damage. Honestly, we need the block. That's going to give us 7, right?
Shielding enhanced, Captain.
There we go. So now we've got 7. This can deal up to 7, so we are not going to be shredded. So that's phenomenal. We can go ahead and fire the star flare. That's going to have a turn delay. That's great. And we just kind of got to hold. I'm going to go ahead and right-click target lock and discard it. We're going to end turn. There's flak barrage, hits for 3. We still have 4 shields, going to halve into 2. There we go.
Target reached.
Fantastic. Laser burst is online. 4 damage, ignite 3. Well, we've got 2 shielding right now. We can deal 3 and pop out the flak barrage at a time. We can also ignite 3. That's pretty interesting. Ignite 3 is going to cost dot damage to him. So let's go ahead and hit the enemy. We'll just go on the offensive and take the laser burst hit and gain some ignite. And I'm a little worried about the ignite though because it will push us to our max. And then we'll star flare as well. There we go. And end turn. So curious. Oh, interesting. So my guess is that didn't inflict ignite 3. Heat damage hulls for each point above resistance on turn start is reduced equal to dissipation at turn end. Well, we would reduce it by 1. I wonder how that works. We'll have to take a look. I mean, the flak barrage is offline. We can definitely... If we ping out for 3, though, then we cannot beam sweep. And this is for 6 points of damage plus 3. So let's... Honestly, they're not going to attack us this turn, so beam sweep away. Beam sweep away. Hold. Yeah, he's in big trouble. He's only got 2. We just got a laser pulse. Hit him. There we go. High 5. Beautiful. Goodbye, deadweight. PDC array Mark 1. We'll grab it. Add a card. So what do we got here? Blinding pulse. Deal 4 damage. Next enemy attack deals negative 50% damage. Oh, that's awesome. Very, very nice. Light torpedo. Deal 8 damage after a 2-turn delay. It requires 3 ordnance production. Yeah. Shield amplifier. Gain 10 shield. Requires shielded. Have any shield points at all. So you have to get your block out and then trigger this on top of it. And you're going to gain 10 on top. And then ammo dump. Gain 4 ordnance. Sustain 2 heat. Deplete. Heat. Damages hull for each point above resistance on turn start is reduced equal to dissipation at turn end. Sustain 2 heat. Maybe you have to keep 2 heat in order to keep the ammo dump going. I'm not sure how that works. I almost want to just get the light torpedo. I mean, more abilities to hit their equipment though is really, really nice, but I like the torpedo. So let's go in and select the torpedo. And we're going to go in and gain some currency and we shall go. So where are we at? We're on the alternate route. Auxiliary equipment. The point defense cannon that you salvage from the enemy goes on the auxiliary mount, providing effective defense against enemy missiles. Auxiliary equipment operates without a crew member but does not add an extra card slot in combat. Open your ship's status screen to equip it. So here's our PDC array, Mark 1. Oh, there we go. Auxiliary mount. Sorry. So what do we got here? PDC burst. If missile incoming, destroy 1 missile, else deal 2 damage, no visual effect. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it's you're not going to see it, but it's just going to deal 2 damage. Else deal 2 damage. I guess we'll find out, yeah? So, repair station. Oh, nice. You come across an abandoned repair station. A large part of it has been stripped clean by scavengers, but upon closer inspection, one of the maintenance bays still seems to be functional. Dock and attempt to do repairs. Look, it might not look it, but some of the equipment left here is actually in good working condition. Your engineer gets to work with the assistance of the rest of the crew. A few hours later, the hull looks better than ever. 12 hull points repaired. Phenomenal. Well, we're only 4 points underneath the full value of 50, right? So waypoint dislike, we can go forward, we can go back. Sir, a gunship's getting ready to fire. They must have some stealth technology that kept them hidden from the Magpie sensors until they made their way into direct engagement range. We've got an incoming hail. Patch it through. There you are, little Magpie. We've been looking forward to having a word with you. This doesn't need to get messy. Hand over that data core you've got in your hold, and you'll fly away unscathed with the rest of your salvage. Power down and prepare for boarding. Captain, if we power down our reactor, we're as good as dead. We're dead either way. We can't take a light cruiser on in this ship. Then we go down swinging. I'm not taking orders from a pirate. Engage combat protocols. We make our stand. It saddens me to hear you chose violence, Captain. The data core is designed to withstand thermonuclear blasts. Don't expect us to hold back. Well, maybe this is the end of the journey, yeah? So apparently that is a light cruiser. And I'm covering part of the card, but you know what? That's all right. Hey, careful. That spread shot can shoot down our missiles. So spread shot right here. Deal 2 to 5 damage and destroy the closest enemy missile. I'm guessing that's like every turn, right? Flak. They've got star flares as well, just like us. They got the laser pulse every 2 turns. And they got take aim, deal 1 damage, ongoing upgrade. Effect disabled if equipment is disabled. Cancelled if equipment is broken. And we'll definitely want to hit that because I don't want any tick damage coming in on us. This Cutlass is 75 hull. We're going to hold on to the PDC burst. Light torpedo. Deals 2 to 5 damage, destroy closest enemy missile. I mean, I guess we've got our missiles, so I mean, that's all we got. They're not going to be firing on the next turn, right? Oh, never mind. It's deal 2 to 5 damage and destroy the closest enemy missile. Well, we might as well send out the star flare, and we're just going to go ahead and block up, right? 2 and 1. Heck, shoot the torpedo. Let him choose. Have fun with that one, buddy. Hold. Spread shot. Our shields are holding. We've got 1 shield. Now they got laser pulse, star flare coming in at the same time, light barrage, and take aim all at the same time. I mean, honestly, we can only really... If missile incoming destroys 1 missile, else no, we got to hold on to it. We need shields, period. And we can laser pulse to work on take aim just over time. We're going to need it. And we're going to go in and hold on tight. We actually have the command points right now, so I might force production and use up 4 and leave 8. So we're going to go in and force production. We'll get some resources. And we can beam sweep this guy. And bring him up to 4 on his ignition. And right now we've got optics module at 2. Oh boy. Okay, shields are down.
Incoming missile.
Missile. We've got our PDC burst. Predictive aim. Your next flak attack this turn deals maximum damage. Oh my gosh. Well, alright. Star Flare for 2. PDC burst. Let's go ahead and hit that missile. Excellent. Burn that out.
Missile intercepted.
We've got just the Star Flare, honestly. Send a missile. And hold. Okay, we actually took that one, right? It
Target reached.
has shredding of 5. Okay. Alright, so what do we got? Beam sweep. We can ignite 3. They've got 4 points until overheating. They didn't. We've got paired pulse, but we're honestly gonna need more ordnance. We've got an overabundance of energy at the moment, so let's go ahead and pull one down, pop this up, and we're going to gain an extra heat as a result. But we need ordnance, like monstrous volumes of this stuff, and we've got incoming damage. So we're going to go ahead and trigger Tune Generator. That's 4 command points, block basically for 9. And we might have to hold. I think we do have it on Beam Sweep. Let's go ahead and hit it. Looks like we kind of like randomly hit different pieces of equipment when we target them directly, and we're going to go ahead and end the turn. Laser Pulse, Light Barrage. We still have 2 shields are holding. Star Flare's out. We've got our PDC Burst. 1 turn until Predictive Aim comes back online. Well, PDC Burst is going to cost 1 energy. So let's go ahead and send it.
Enemy missile intercepted.
And now we're low on energy. So, I mean, that's a problem. I feel like we've got to bring this down and bring up our energy again. And we're going to go ahead and end the turn, yeah? We only have 1 shielding. Light Barrage comes in, shreds that shielding. Predictive Aim is back online. Your next flak attack this turn deals maximum damage. They go 2 to 5. So that means it's going to deal 5 damage. So that's unfortunate. Let's see. So we got Paired Pulse. We can ding out for 6 on 4 and 1. But we don't have enough to do multiple things at the same time. We could do Target Lock for 2 energy, immediately followed up with a Paired Pulse to the Predictive Aim. And it's... oh, nice. It's offline. I didn't think it would actually take that thing offline. I thought it had 8 durability. Well, I mean, I didn't calculate or mean that for that to happen, but that's awesome. Gosh, we don't need all this mass. I'm going to tune this down and bring our energy back up. Hold. So no mass now. And now we're overheating. And we're gaining shred and the like. Laser cooldown. Cool down the charge laser. Prepare it for firing again. They've got 37 right now. We do have a Star Flare coming in for 6. We don't have a PDC online. So the block is worth 6. So we definitely need it to survive. We got a Laser Pulse. We can hit for 5 points of precision damage. Well, God, I don't like that spread shot. Let's go in and work that thing and hold. We've got 6 shielding. Ooh. How are we doing, guys? Laser Pulse for 3. And we can knock out that Light Barrage. That'll be phenomenal. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and get the block up. And we're going to hang tight. Hold. Missiles out. So missiles coming in for 6. We're going to go ahead and block. We still don't have our PDC online yet. Paired Pulse. We do have enough. We do have enough. So we can actually send out a good ding here. We're going to go ahead and send it to the Predictive Aim. Double ping. That hit for 4 twice. And we're going to hold.
We're taking damage.
Ooh, not good. So inbound, we've got... so Star Flare's coming in with a delay. Laser Pulse isn't coming this turn. There's no point in blocking right now. If we Beam Sweep, we're just going to get a random hit. I'd rather get that and push the Ignite up. So he's at 6 Ignite. Nail him. Beam Sweep. Now he's at Overheat. That's phenomenal. And we're going to go ahead and... I'm going to discard the Beam Sweep. And we're going to end turn. I want to get the cycle on our cooldown on our cards right now. So right now we got a Laser Pulse coming in. We got Star Flare. We got a lot of stuff coming in. 5 damage on Laser Pulse. And we've got a missile. This is a lot coming in right now. We do have enough to block twice with the shields. How are we doing here? Tune Generator. We're going to use the last of the command points. We're going to block immediately. We're going to get a massive 15 shield points. I'm actually going to drop out our energy, pump up the mass because we're starting to need it again. And honestly, let's hit the Laser Pulse and let us hold. Here it comes. Big hit.
Captain.
We've got 2 shielding left. We were able to withstand that. Oh my gosh. All right. Hey, you know what? I think we've got this. knock out the predictive aim. There it is. High five. Beautiful. All right, cruiser down. Gain 50, add a card. What do we got? Catalyst Pulse, deal 4 damage, precision damage. All Pulse cards played this turn deal +1 damage. Holy God. Firecracker Missile, deal 2 damage 3 times in 1 turn delay. Awesome. It's like a Merv. Raise shields. If you don't have shields, add 12 shielding and 1 delay, otherwise, in 1 duration, otherwise add 6. I mean, we rarely have shielding. Ammo dump, PDC burst, another PDC burst. Honestly, I'm gonna get that shield. That sounds awesome. And continue. Holy crap. Wow, I didn't think we'd make it through. I thought it was designed for you to lose. It's over. You made it out alive somehow. You look around at your crew. Everyone's exhausted, but still breathing. Setting the ship's navigation to autopilot, you lean back and finally relax with a sense of relief. Well, home station. Home station up ahead, Captain. Preparing docking procedures. Once docked, the station's spin gravity kicks in. You and your crew disembark and head to your station quarters to rest, while dock workers start unloading the cargo bay. A few hours later, you're called to meet the station director in her office. I've had our researchers look at the data you've brought back in that black box. While heavily encrypted, Rin managed to extract some data on the research they were conducting at the station. It has to do with the anomaly that swept through our system a while ago, knocking out a large part of our electronics. The equipment aboard the research station was able to extract some sort of information from it, leading them to believe it was a coded message or signal of unknown origin. Their data shows multiple star systems within the Breachway network were similarly affected, which led them to trace the trajectories to a set of coordinates where they converge. There's a lot more information here, but decrypting it further will take some time. Whatever else it may contain, this information is too dangerous to keep here. The Solari will come looking for it sooner or later. They're already moving their fleets to close the system's Breachway access points. They don't want this getting out. Take the black box with you and leave. Rin will accompany you to further decrypt the data. Judging by the Solari response, this signal could lead to something important that could shift the balance of power. Look, me and Ivan are joining you as well. There's no way you're going on some crazy suicidal adventure while we stay behind to do maintenance work on some ventilation system. Good. We are preparing a Corvette-class gunship in the hangar for you. Posing as a mercenary will allow you to move freely within the Breachway network without raising suspicions. Once you are ready to leave, head to a random system in the Breachway network, and from there start making your way towards the signal coordinates. This should make it more difficult for the Solari to connect you to this whole thing. Godspeed, Captain. Head to the hangar. Oh my god, we got a ship upgrade. Perk unlock, start out with plus 40 of our resource. Select a ship. The Arbalest. A well-rounded ship that strikes a balance between offense and defense. It boasts a pulse laser that performs best in multi-attack bursts, destroying enemy equipment with ease. Oh my god. So we can choose different ships. The Firebrand. Reach the second system boss with the... Oh my god. Okay, well, let's go forward with this. I don't know what these are, the different factions. Free roamers, dead weights. We've got the Marauder. Reach the first system with the Arbalest. Okay, well, I'm starting to get too excited. All right, let's go in and accept. We got Pulse Laser Mark II with a Catalyst Pulse already. Barrier Shielding. The Res Bay Mark I. Conservation. What is that? Gain 1 energy for every 2 ordnance you spend this turn. Oh, wow. It, like, converts it. That's crazy. All right, that's awesome. Man, this is so cool. Oh, my God. Faction relations. Most map nodes are under the control of one of the game's factions. Events at these nodes are influenced by your standing with the controlling faction. Some events can present choices that can modify your relation with one or more factions. Faction relations are grouped as follows. Hated, 0 to 1 pips. High chance of negative event and possible ambushes. Disliked, 2 to 3 pips. Chance of negative events, station docking requests may be denied. Neutral, 4 to 5 pips. Standard event outcomes. Allied, 6 pips. Can lead to ally support in events and combat, as well as better rewards. Captain, our sensors detect a group of Starkin gunships on our flight path. It looks like they're trying to block any ships from entering the system through this Breachway corridor. Judging by the large number of civilian ships further ahead, the blockade's meant to keep people in. It looks like the gunships are in disarray. They haven't reacted to our approach. If we make a run at full burn, we can punch through with a little fighting. So right now it's Starkin, so we've got 4, so we're probably sitting at neutral, right? So blockade neutral. Busy with trying to prevent civilians from fleeing the system. Only a security drone has noticed our approach. It's heading our way on an intercept course. This is awesome. Oh, look at the little guy. So no shields yet, no lasers yet, 25 hull on this blockade drone. We've got 5 of the command points, and currently emergency shielding gain 4 shield points immediately with Rin's help. That's awesome, and we can actually have like 6 crew, which is kind of nuts, right? So laser pulse, barrier, we don't need barrier, so we're coming in with a big damage. We want to hit out his laser pulse, ding out, and let's, honestly, we're going to, we're just going to drop 1 barrier, and we're going to end. I want to cycle through these things faster, yeah? Catalyst Pulse. Deal 4 damage. All pulse cards played this turn deal plus 1 damage. That's going to be 3 and 2, but I don't have enough ordnance to play multiple at the same time. I'd almost have to like drop this mass, pump up the incoming, and then conservation, gain 1 energy for every 2 ordnance that you spend this turn. Oh, we got a lot of energy already. I'm going to go ahead and barrier for 6.
You are now shielded.
And right now we got 4 inbound, so that's going to be more than enough. And we don't have enough to play multiple pulses this turn. And we're going to gain... So we're going to spend 3, and then next turn we're going to have 6, and that's going to allow us to play 2 things. So we're going to go in and laser pulse something, probably their laser pulse, and we're going to hang tight for now. Incoming, we've got 2 shields. It's going to half into 1. Let's call that decay. And we can catalyst pulse, but we don't have enough additional laser cards to play as well, so that's unfortunate. Well, we're only gaining another energy, unfortunately, yeah. They've got their shield pulse. Honestly, this is just here to disable the equipment at this point, yeah. We're just gonna hold. It shield pulses, so it's got 4 shields right now. Next turn it's going to decay down to 2. Their laser pulse is offline. We'll just continue to attack it. I don't know if it does anything specific, and we're gonna hang tight. At least we don't have to spend on the barrier, right? And we'll nail them again. Just keep it up, keep it up. We'll go in and get our... Nope, they're not gonna hit us, so we'll just... Honestly, I'm gonna drop these all out, and then hopefully we'll cycle the entire deck, right? Catalyst Pulse. Oh, we draw 1 per turn. I need to pay attention to the how we get the cards. It's like 1 draw or 2 draw. I think it was like dependent upon the cooldowns. Like if we hit, is it tab, right? We currently have 2 cards on cooldown. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards on cooldown, which is why we got Catalyst Pulse. Okay. Well, they're going to get their Shield Pulse online, at least for the turn. So I'm going to hold on to Catalyst Pulse, because it doesn't make sense for us to play it unless we got another one to follow up on. Now we got a Laser Pulse. So we can actually go 4 damage plus the 3 is going to be 8. And then they're going to ding us, and we're going to get hit. So, well, let's Catalyst Pulse the Laser Pulse.
Enemy shields down.
And we're going to Laser Pulse to deal extra damage for 5. And that's all I got, unfortunately. So, I mean, we could immediately gain 4 shield points. Yeah, let's do it so we don't get hit at all. So, boom. That's all our command points end turn. Incoming. 4. Block that. Completely neutral. Great. Catalyst Pulse. Excellent. High 5. Beautiful. So we gain 3 currency. We add a card. And now we got Booster Pulse. Deal 4 damage. Laser cards cost -1 ordnance this turn. That's useful. Quick Pulse. Deal 3 damage. -1 cooldown for the next attack played this turn. That's cool. Auto Shielding. Gain 4. Then draw a shield card from your draw pile. If draw succeeds, add +2 shielding. That's if you've got a lot of shield cards. Surge. If unshielded, gain 4. Otherwise, gain 1 shield duration before it halves. That's cool. Gain 4 ordnance. Sustain 1 heat. Lose up to 4 ordnance on turn end. Oh, wow. So that you got to use it. Energy Surge. Gain 4 energy. Sustain 1 heat. Lose up to 4 energy on turn end. I'd rather get Ordnance Surge. That sounds awesome. Let's go and grab that. That's great. So now we do have reactor points, right? It's going to cost 125 to get another point. So good to know. We don't have anything that we can actually add here. No utility hard points, anything like that. So let's go and close ship status, and we're going to go to the sector gateway that is neutral. After we breach the blockade, multiple ships try to make a run and exit the system. As we mix in with a group of civilian vessels, the Starkin gunships break off pursuit and focus on keeping the fleeing ships in. Incoming message request, Captain. It's impossible to isolate the source with so many ships grouped together.
Greetings, Captain. Impressive skills you've shown there. I could use the services of a bold freelancer such as yourself. I'm a data broker by trade, willing to offer a generous reward in exchange for some valuable intelligence. I need to gather data on the strength of the ships in this sector, and by the looks of it, this is not the last fight you'll get yourself into. Send me your combat logs after 6 combat encounters. I will transfer 150 credits on delivery. Oh, and Captain, pick a weapon from my reserves while you're at it. You'll need all the firepower you can get. Consider it an investment in your future.
Choose a weapon. You can press tab on your keyboard to freeze the equipment UI you hover over and inspect the cards. Oh, nice. Keep in mind you have to move crew to operate missile launchers. You have to move crew. Oh, okay. Open the ship's status window and assign a crew member to operate the newly added missile equipment. A few moments later, a transport container emerges from somewhere in the group of ships, headed for your location. You pry it open in the cargo bay after a security scan and pick up its contents. Oh, interesting, so I could hold tab here and we could look. Add 2 Starflare missile cards to your draw pile. Missile loader and deals 6 damage in 1. God, Starflares are awesome. Have your crew install the weapon and proceed. So when we go on over Missile Rack Mark 1, when they say we got to move crew, we've got to have someone on it. Is that right? She's a gunner now. She's a tactical officer. Tactical officer level 0. And AI gunner level 0. Can we move the AI gunner to the missile? I mean, that sounds like the right thing to do. And we got combat training as a gunner. Hot reload every 6th attack returns to your draw pile instead of going on cooldown. We're going to gain 3 more command points after the next move. So we are loved and allied with the, well, allied with free roamers. If we head out here, we could get through a neutral area here with a Starkin, and eventually we'll have to pass through elite combat disliked by the Solari. Is there any more yellow stuff? Space station allied. I'm going to be nice to get to an allied space station for sure. And we got a conflict zone. Space station neutral. Honestly, I might come through the allied section, cross over like this, and then drop down into the allied section. So let's go conflict zone allied. An allied free roamer gunship has detected the presence of a hostile in your general area. As you are in direct firing range, you're being asked to engage the enemy ship. The allied gunship will provide long-distance fire support. Prepare for combat. Advantage. Fire support. Still don't know what that is, but that sounds awesome. I'll take all the help I can get. SKA-03. So here we are. So we got missile support, combat advantage. 1 Starflare missile gets fired at the enemy ship every 3 turns. Hot reload every 6th attack returns to your draw pile instead of going on a cooldown. That's awesome. Okay, so right now they are going to hit with heavy blast, deal 10 damage right on the next turn. Oh my god. Wow. Negative 50% equipment damage, so it'll deal 5 to equipment, and we got a shield pulse. Well, 10 damage. That's quite a lot. All we can do is reduce that. We'll tell you what, barrier up. We're going to emergency shielding to 10, so we're good there. And honestly, let's Starflare this guy. Shot out, laser pulse to the heavy blast, and end the turn. Incoming, shield blocks it. He pulses up. He's got 4 shields, 21 hull. Good impact from Starflare, fantastic. Heavy blast coming out online in 3 turns, so we don't have enough to catalyst pulse and laser pulse. We got our missile loader. It's going to cost 3 mass, which we have, so that's a plus. They're not attacking next turn, so we might as well missile loader now, so we get 2 Starflare missiles to our draw pile, and we're going to go in and laser pulse the heavy blast. Just keep that going. What's interesting with the conservation, I'm curious about this. Now I spent all of my ordnance already, So this is gain 1 energy for every 2 ordnance you spend this turn. I'm curious if I play it retroactively, if it will actually give me energy. My guess is no. My guess is no, but I'm going to do it just to find out. Oh, okay. So if I end the turn, will that go away? Yep, it goes away. So you have to play it preemptively, yeah? Makes sense. That's how it's written. Generator cooldown reset shield generator operation cycle. Heavy blast, deal 10 damage. We've got ordnance surge to gain 4 ordnance immediately, and we can dump out double star flare. That sounds amazing. Yes, please. Well, let's go. Ordnance surge, sustain 1 heat, lose up to 4 ordnance on turn end. Curious about sustain 1 heat. So we gain 1 heat, sustain it. Okay, that makes sense. It's applied to us. So we'll go star flare. We'll go star flare. We'll go catalyst pulse.
Enemy shield
We
down.
don't have any sort of lasers to follow up with that, so that's all right. And we're going to go ahead and end the turn. Got a lot of missiles coming their way, yeah. Generator cooldown, shield pulse is ready on the next turn. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. High five. Beautiful. God, that's devastating. Gain 24 resource. Phenomenal. Wow, that is devastating. That's just completely destructive. System event disliked by the Solari. We got to go forward because it's blue, remember? Incoming transmission from a Solari patrol ship up ahead.
Hail, Captain. Contacting unverified gunships is not standard protocol. I'm hoping you may be of service. A pirate vessel has been pillaging shipping lanes in the vicinity, and due to current events in the system, our resources are stretched thin. We would like to contract you in securing our shipping routes. If you will fulfill the contract, I will make sure to notify my commander of your assistance in addition to the payment. We can always use the service of trustworthy freelancers.
What do you want to do, Captain? Accept the contract and you will immediately get a reward. Huh. Is that right? A pirate vessel has been pillaging shipping lanes. Due to current events, our resources are stretched thinly. We'd like you to secure our shipping routes. Okay, sure. Why not? The young Solari captain transmits the coordinates to a pre-established rendezvous point on your map where you were to meet up with one of their freighters. Oh, we got to go away from the allied station. Interestingly enough, we've got 4 fuel. I don't know how we'll get more fuel unless we get to a station, is my guess. Who knows, right? So the stations look like this little C. There's another one over here that's neutral, so that's a blessing, I guess, but we'll go conflict zone 2, 3, and 4. We go over to waypoint, allied waypoint. Maybe we can get something, because how are we going to get more fuel? That's the problem. That's a little unnerving. Let's get reactor power. That's going to be helpful. So we used our currency, ordnance, energy, mass. Honestly, I feel like we need ordnance more than anything right now. It's kind of nuts every turn, right? I'm going to take a gamble. Trade security disliked, huh? This one, is that right? Trade security. Yeah, it is. That sucks. Well, I guess I kind of accepted it, so I kind of got to go with it. I was hoping to head on down that way. Well, conflict zone, neutral, conflict zone. An unregistered ship present in contested Starkin space is approaching on an attack vector. Prepare for combat. Ooh, that's a tiny one. DWA-03, it's got sap. Hack, -1 enemy shielding. If already at 0, have his shielding instead. Consume 1 green, activate effect twice. 1 green, I don't know what that is. They've got laser pulse, we know it. It's coming every other turn. 10 durability. We've got 6, 4, and 3, that's awesome. So let's see, we got Star Flare, we got Catalyst Pulse. Well, let's get in there. We're going to deal 4, then we're going to deal 5. It's going to be 9 points of damage. I mean, nail the Laser Pulse. It's going to deal 5. Now it's got 1 durability. We're going to missile load. So we're getting more Star Flares. And we're going to go in and hold right here. What do we got? There we go. So Laser Pulse is coming in online. Sap, the hack is coming in, right? I'm really curious what all these mean, right? Shield points blocks incoming damage, fine. Shield duration, fine. But I wish I could see what's on the top there. But the one on the top I can't read. If I hit tab... No, I have no idea. We'll find out. So that's going to come in for 4. Honestly, we can get a barrier up. That's not a problem. We can Star Flare, Star Flare. That's going to cost 4. And we're going to be able to deal delayed damage. So let's go Star Flare. We'll go Star Flare. We'll go in and barrier up to protect from the laser pulse. End turn. We'll see how the sap goes. There's the hack. Ah, so it dropped out 3 of our shielding with the sap.
Target hit, Captain.
If -1 enemy shield. Oh, shield duration. That's what it is. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, let's see. We can dish out 5 points of output. And for every ordnance that we spend, we gain energy. Well, I'm going to hang on to the ordnance surge. They can't attack us this turn. I can laser pulse their sap. And we're just going to hold right here, right? What do we got? Catalyst pulse. It's going to cost 4, but we can't wipe that out immediately, which is unfortunate. I mean, it's going to cost 5. We do have 5. We could always conservation for this turn. We can catalyst pulse the sap. We're not going to get rid of it right away. We can dump out the star flare, and we don't have anything else to play. The laser pulse is not coming, so if already at 0 the enemy shields have their shield instead, well, I'm going to end the turn. They can hack our shields. We don't have any shields to mess with right now. And excellent. Oh, there's star flare. High five. Beautiful. We gain 26 reactor points and add a card. Phenomenal. So turbo laser. Fire as many laser pulse attacks as your ordnance allows, up to a limit of 10. Deplete. Exhaustive. Makes other cards unplayable this turn. So all the laser pulses. Repeater pulse deals 4 damage. Return a laser card from the cooldown pile to your hand. That's cool. That is cool. Firecracker, we saw that. Ion missile, deal 12. Damages shields. Wow. Just blows the shields out in the water. Charged barrier gains 6 and 1 shield duration. Or surge. We've got energy surge. Gain 4 energy and sustain 1 heat. And equivalents. Gain 1 mass for every 2 energy that you spend. Honestly, we're not using a lot of energy right now. I think the repeater pulse sounds amazing. So we're going to grab that. That's glorious. The ability, we constantly go through pulses, right? So right now we still have 4 fuel. Interesting. How does that work? I'm still curious on how we regain fuel, because I expected we moved, so we would have used up fuel. So what do we got here? Waypoint disliked or conflict zone disliked. I'd rather go to waypoint. Incoming transmission from a Solari patrol ship up ahead. Interestingly enough, this is the exact same dialogue as the mission that we're on right now, so I'm curious if it's going to double up. If that's the case, chef's kiss. That'll be great. 2 for 1, right? Accept the contract. Where's it going to put this? Oh, it's way the heck away. Okay, so it spawned a new one. Well, that did not help us. This is not good. Elite combat, neutral. Let's go. Starkin. Hail, Captain. You are in Starkin-controlled space. Please provide your hull identification number, as well as the identity of everyone on board. Provide the requested data. Everything seems to be in order, Captain. Thank you for your cooperation. Proceed. Oh, thank God. Wow. And on to trade security. When you get to the rendezvous point, you find a civilian cargo ship already waiting. You match speed, flight paths, and proceed to run silent along the massive freighter. Before long, you pick up the signal of the pirate ship heading straight for the freighter. Its civilian-grade sensors have not picked up the enemy ship yet. What do you want to do? Emerge from behind the freighter and attack the ship. I mean, that's our option right now. You manage to capture the enemy ship by surprise, gaining the initiative in combat. Prepare for combat. Advantage, gain 2 extra card slots. Well, that's phenomenal. I love that. Oh, look at this little guy. Laser pulse, not coming online yet. Flak barrage every turn. It's a 3-7 with shredding 5. Still a little fuzzy on the shredding, right? So hull damage is required to apply 1 shred, and every stack of shred increases incoming minimum flak damage. Oh, so it just gets worse and worse and worse and get through the shields. Firewall, add 1 security. That's what it is. Security. Protects against enemy hacks, buffs up your hack cards. Applies if target has 0 security. Otherwise, remove a security from the target. So add a security. Energy cost is increased by security amount. Returns to your draw pile and play. That sounds catastrophic. This has to go. It has such a high protection, though, and durability. 35. The overheating, if we can do, like, if we were able to do the Ignite 3, would have been amazing, but we don't have it at the moment, so that's unfortunate. Well, we can go ahead and missile loader. We'll go in and get that up. We can immediately catalyst pulse the firewall. And we're going to go 3. Nail him. And if we can, gain 2 of each resource. That's not going to be enough for a laser pulse. I should have maybe charged overload cannons. We're currently at max up. I'm going to go in an emergency shield just to soften the blow here. I don't know how much we're going to take, and we're going to go in and end the turn. for 3. Hack. So in theory, so transfer 50% of enemy's next shield card to you. Consume 1 hack. Transfer 100% of the enemy's next shield card to you. Well, let's just get rid of that thing. I don't want it. We're going to Ordnance Surge. We've actually got a lot of Ordnance cards right now. Let's Laser Pulse, Leech Defenses. And we're going to go Star Flare, Star Flare, Star Flare. Oh, no, we don't have that. I was getting a little too excited. I probably should have done Overload Cannons. But we could Force Production Star Flare. End turn. They're about to get 18 points out of their 22. The flak we took, there's the shred. That's it right there. And it's going to increase the minimum damage of their flak damage in the future. Flak reload flak shells. Okay, so we got Leech Defenses. We got Laser Pulses not coming online this turn. We're going to go ahead and attack the Leech Defenses, and that drops them out. High five. Not the cleanest, but I mean, well, I'll take it. Let's go in and go. So we got 59 reactor points to apply. Incoming transmission from the Solari patrol ship.
Congratulations on the successful mission. You have proven yourself worthy of our trust. The credits have been transferred into your account. I hope we meet again, Captain.
Solari relations increased, and we get 60 reactor points. So amazing. 119. We need 150 to get another point. So point taken. Space station. I mean, we need something badly. I wonder if it's going to give us more fuel. Our sensors indicate a Starkin station up ahead. What are your orders? Dock with the station. Enter the hangar. Buy 1 fuel for 50. Oh my god. Crew activities. Can we do all of this, I guess? Crew activities. Select an activity you want your crew to perform at the station. +2 morale at the station. Head over to the station bar and unwind. +2 morale for the next 3 nodes. We'll go in and do it. And we get a buff. So we're going to be able to get an excess of like ship and equipment maintenance. Remove a card for 50, add a card for 30, uninstall AI core, removes the AI crew member and grants an AI core item. I don't know what that is. Will it tell us? No, negative. Let's hold. Well, I will definitely buy fuel. That's for sure. We need a lot of fuel, believe it or not. So we're just going to go ahead and spend all of that. And I don't think we can actually spend anything else. So we're going to go ahead and enter the hangar. Oh, because we can switch a ship here. Is that right? Look at that. Oh, they had a store. They had a store. My bad. Well, it's going to cost 18. I'm going to max repair. Well, I mean, that's all I can do apparently with the 18. As much as we could get. And then these are subsystems we could get. Oh my gosh. Aim correction, +1 flak max damage for a turn. Missile lock, +1 missile damage. Add a firefly to your draw pile for every 12 hull damage dealt by missiles in a single turn. Gain 1 security for every 8 tactical cards played. Shield charge, coil guns, electromagnetic rounds. Oh my god. That's so exciting. But I can't. We'd have to sell some things or something. We got a Mark II, missile rack Mark 1, light laser Mark 1, barrier shields. Oh my gosh. So cool. Well, unfortunately, I didn't really look at what they had in the hangar, right? Before I made my decisions, but it is what it is. Okay, so good to know. We are going to depart the station. We have no more currency, right? So we can go forward in blue. Honestly, sector exits out this way. Boss combat with disliked. Waypoint disliked. We could go back to visited, but that seems like a waste. I think I'm going to head out to waypoint disliked towards the exit. Not far from your current position, a Solari merchant ship slows down in order to inspect the likeness of you being a potential client. They seem reluctant to reach out to us. Would you like to contact them in order to browse their equipment catalog, Captain? Inquire about equipment? Let's ignore them. I do not want to engage at this time. Conflict zone neutral. Captain, permission to report. Our scanners are picking up signs of combat up ahead. A Starkin unarmed ship is being attacked by a Solari gunship. The civilian ship's hull integrity is critical. If we are to intervene in time, our only option is to fire on the attacking ship and draw its attention. Firing our weapons without initiating combat protocols first will leave our ship at a disadvantage in the upcoming fight. Draw the attention of the attacking ship, we'll gain Starkin relation, and it'll be start with -3 reactor power, gain 1 back each turn. Oh, so prolonged over time. So they're going to destroy the Starkins, or we can gain... You know what? I'll take the disadvantage. Let's see how this goes. I mean, it's a challenge, but we'll see. What do we got? Solari Gunship. Light Barrage, 2 to 5 with Shredding 5. We've got Star Flare. We've got Shield Pulse. Right now, we are gaining very little resources between turns, and it's going to go up 1 every time, right? So we have 12 out of 12 when it comes to our command points. So that's very helpful. So we can instantly gain shields. He's going to deal 2 to 5, and Starflare's not going to shoot this turn. So I might... Oh, boy. If we Laser Pulse for 3, that's about all we can do. We can Missile Loader on the next. Add 2 Starflare missile cards to your draw pile. We could play this 3-in-1. Honestly, anything that we can do to avoid using resources right now is probably ideal. If we missile load, that just helps us out. But, God, they've got a lot of durability on their stuff here. I mean, their main damage dealing ability, we can get 6 points off if we were to use Overload cannons. But that's not a whole bunch. Let's go Laser Pulse on the Light Barrage. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull Emergency Shielding. And we're going to go in and end the turn. It's possible to hit for 5 and actually deal hull damage. It's 2. That's fine. That's fine. Shield Pulse, we're going to go down to 1 because we were left with 2. And then it halves our shielding. So now it... Reactor power, gain 1 reactor power each turn until at full power. Okay, until at full power. Well, now we can apply the points. Take a look at that down there, right? So we can actually click. There we go. We'll apply it to Ordnance right now. We got our Laser Pulse. Barrier. Well, we do have Covering Fire. Deals 3 to 6 damage. 10% chance to discard an enemy attack card for every point of hull damage dealt. So it can deal up to 6. We're going to gain 6. So this, we don't have to worry about the secondary effect there. That's just going to buy us some time. And we're going to go ahead and Laser Pulse.
Enemy shields down.
Burn through the shields. And we'll Missile Load. And hold. Incoming Covering Fire. Star Flare has been launched. Shield Pulse up. All right, so Generator is on cooldown right now. Star Flare is not going to fire. We've got another missile coming in 1. So, and we got Ordnance Surge. We can actually pop these all off after we gain 4. So let's go into Ordnance Surge. We do not have the ability to... Oh, boy. Okay, we're going to gain 2 of each resource. We're down to 3 command points. That's pretty much it for our crew abilities. We are going to Barrier, and we're going to Star Flare, Star Flare, Star Flare, and hold. Incoming. Now we took Shred because they actually got through. The Star Flare popped our shielding, and there's a big 18 damage right on target. That's phenomenal. So right now we actually have points to apply. We'll go Energy. We're going to go Ordnance. There we go. We're looking pretty good. So now we're back up to full. So that's great. Big problem though, because we don't actually have the points to spend right now. So we can spend 3 and 2. That's all we got. Deal 4 precision damage and return a laser card from the cooldown pile to your hand. Well, sure. I mean, we're about to get hit pretty hard. It's all we can really do. So hang tight. Here comes the flak. And now they're going to raise that up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not good, not good. All right. So our reactor's working at its best now. So that's a plus, right? But you know what? Hit the flak.
Enemy shields down.
Oh, it wasn't enough because they had shields up and then the laser pulse would have hit. So we're about to take a lot of damage. This is a bit of a problem. So incoming, we're at 34 hull. Big hit down to 28, down to 24 plus. And shield pulse. They've got 16 and we are hurting right now. So they got Covering Fire 5 to 6, but they've got 2 Shred. So they're going to basically hit for 6, I would imagine. And we're on cooldown down here, but we can't really take advantage of this. So it's going to be 3 and 1. Actually, if we drop out the mass, pump up the energy. I mean, we need everything that we can get. If we... They only have 4 shields right now. We don't have enough of our ordnance in order to punch through this shields and hit their equipment. All I can really do is barrier right now. That shield's going to go down to half. Let's end the turn, which sucks. But there we go. We still have shields. Star Flare's out. Generator cooldown is back. So shield pulse is back up on the next one. So right now we've got a catalyst pulse. We have 9. So catalyst pulse to light barrage that pops out the shield. We're going to go into laser pulse, knock the light barrage right out. And we're about to take that Star Flare. I should have done the conservation now that I think about it again. Well, here it comes. At least we wiped off the flak. So we're down to 19. They're down to 9. They've got 4. Okay, missile loader. Laser pulse.
Enemy shields down.
Hang tight. Star Flare launched. Shield pulse up. They've got 4. So we have to deal 4 and 9. So it's going to be 13 points of damage. We don't have the ability to do that right now. We are definitely going to barrier. That's going to protect us from the Star Flare. Light barrage is not incoming. So we're just going to go in and repeater pulse.
Enemy shields down.
And we can actually catalyst pulse, but that helps with the next laser pulse that we don't have right now. So we'll just go ahead and end turn. Knocks out the shields. That's fine. And now we have enough. So light barrage. That's a catalyst pulse and laser pulse. There we go. High five. Oof, that was rough. Holy crap. Gain 35 resource. Add a card. Harness Strike. Gain 1 shield point every time you play a laser or ion attack. That's awesome, but it costs 4 mass. We've got Quick Pulse. Deal 3 damage, -1 cooldown for the next laser attack. Deal 6 damage in 1 turn, plus 6 damage if the enemy is overheated at launch. Oh, wow. I mean, that's terrifying, but I mean, really, really nice. Got auto shield, gain 4, then draw a shield card from your draw pile. If draw succeeds, add 2 shielding. Oh, that's cool. Mass Surge, gain 4, sustain 1 heat. Blueprint, draw 2 Resource Bay cards. All Resource Bay cards cost 1 less mass this turn. A lot of the Resource Bay cards actually cost 1 mass, so drawing this might make them cost 0 mass plus whatever the other cost is. So that's actually kind of cool, but we're not really having trouble with mass at the moment. So I might do the auto shield. That sounds actually really cool. Let's go ahead and grab that, yeah? We're getting a lot of cards though, so our deck's getting kind of bloated, but it's a way to see stuff, right? Waypoint allied. We've got neutral. I guess waypoint allied. Maybe they'll help us out. The ship's infrared sensors detect a large heat spike not too far from our current position. It's possibly from a recent battle or a reactor malfunction. The coordinates have been added to the map. And that's way out here, also allied. That's great. We'll go over to conflict zone neutral. There's a space station close by. Combat zones are off limits to non-allied ships. A Starken gunship takes your unauthorized presence as a sign of aggression and moves in to attack. Oh, well, that's lovely. We're like 1 reputation away from being allied. Beam sweep. Oh my god. Okay, Starken. What do we got? So we apply with 3 energy, gain 4. Draw a shield card from your draw pile. If the draw succeeds, add 2. We do not have incoming, but they do have gain 10 shield and 1 shield duration. We have a laser pulse. We've got missile loader. Let's go to missile load up. I don't know why they're attacking us. Silly guys. If we ordnance surge, we'll gain 4, but we can already shoot double laser pulse. So that's 4 and 4. And we're going to be able to get next attack played this turn deals 50% damage. So at 4, it's going to be 6 plus 4. That's going to be 10. We can hit one of their beam sweeps. We can hit their rampart and knock out their shields right off. We're going to go with overload cannons. The next attack's going to hit for 6 because it's plus 50%. Nail the rampart. Hit with a laser pulse. Block out the rampart. They are not getting their shields online while we're here. And actually, we're just going to go in and hold and keep the auto shield available. So that's offline. We've got double beam sweep coming in. It's going to be 12 damage, ignite 6. That's basically going to completely overheat us. I do not like that at all. I don't know if we have much chance of getting past that, or we just burst the heck out of these guys. If we ordnance search or surge, we can catalyst pulse for 4 and then deal. Ooh, actually no, that's I messed that up. I thought this was like a laser pulse or something. It's not. So we can at least auto shields, barrier, star flare. And that's going to be 12 ignite 3, but I don't think we'll take the ignite, right? Because it's going to hit the shields. If it doesn't hit the hull, it's not going to ignite. Phenomenal. High five. That's really, really good. Wow. That new card saved our butt. There we go. Down to 19. Now we're even. Scorch. Deal 4 damage plus 1 damage for each enemy. Heat over its threshold. Okay. Infrared pulse. Deal 3 damage. Ignite 3. If enemies overheated, deal double damage. Well, you haven't overheated us yet, right? So it's going to cost 3, 2. We're going to force production. It's going to allow us to catalyst pulse to the infrared pulse. We're going to go in and repeater pulse. And we're going to star flare. I should have conservation. I should have conservation. Every time. But at this point, it's probably better to just get rid of this. Oh, man, I didn't put the shields up. That was a big no-no on my part. Holy moly. Well, they're down to 10. They're down to 4. Nail them. High five. There we go. Very messy. A lot of mistakes, but we survived, at least for now. So out we go. I hope it doesn't reduce our relations with the Starkin. Doesn't seem like it. Well, we definitely need the space station, that's for sure. But if we do that, we're going to be in a situation where we either have to go back immediately. We've got 76. Let's delay. We're going waypoint allied. You come across a free roamer ship drifting with its thrusters off. All systems seem to be operational apart from the engines. Shortly after getting into comms range, they reach out to you.
Greetings, Captain. We were en route to sell some scrap, but our engines broke down before we could cash in, leaving us stranded here with no credits to call on a maintenance ship. You are a friend to the free roamers. Please, help us out.
Send your engineer on board to fix the engines? Yes.
You are a lifesaver, Captain. We've been drifting for a couple of days now, and we're fearing pirates might find our ship first. We don't have much to give in return, but please, take this support subsystem we've sent in that cargo pod.
Upon his return, you notice your engineer comes out of the shuttle holding a support subsystem. He shrugs as he puts it down, leaving you to make the next move. Command unit, add 1 card slot at the start of combat. Resource bay, engineering bay, hacking console. Well, nice. Politely refuse the subsystem, send it back. I'll take it. Absolutely. So if we go, we've got the command unit, add 1 card slot at the start of combat. It can be either the resource or the engineering bay. Honestly, we only have this. We can't put it on barrier shields as an example. Like it won't go. It can only go in the resource bay. So there we go. So we get another one of these at the beginning of combat. Fight 5 to 6 enemies. We're almost at the 6 where we're going to get a whole bunch of resources, right? We've got an escape pod out here. We only have 2 fuel though. That's a big problem. So even though I could really count on getting fuel by going to the wreckage, or we have to go to the space station. I just realized that. Look at that fuel. I'm going to chance it, and we're going to see what happens, right? So we'll go to the escape pod. Sir, we're registering a short-range emergency signal from an escape pod up ahead. Pick it up and inspect it in the airlock. Your crew carefully scan the pod and open it in the airlock. A middle-aged man comes out with his arms raised, scans his surroundings, and cracks a big smile. Hey, greetings, Captain. It looks like I owe you my life. The recycler system in that pod was almost out of power. Name's Wolf. Used to be a captain myself until recently. There was a mutiny on my ship. Pirates can get real antsy when times are lean. My XO took advantage of that to turn the crew against me. Doesn't look like the inside of a Solari patrol ship, though. So let me join your crew, make myself useful, while I figure out a way to get my ship back. Captain, I've identified our guest. He is a notorious pirate with a bounty on his head. I suggest we hold him in the brig until the first station, collect an easy 100 credits, without getting in trouble for harboring a known criminal. Have your crew escort the pirate to the brig, or welcome him on board. I mean, at this point, freaking A. I mean, we're about to die because we are at 1 fuel. I will take him on board. So let's see how this goes. We can actually apply him to something. We don't have anything to give him. He's just kind of holding on to the spot. Wolfpack, call a support strike of 3 Firefly missiles that target the enemy. That's amazing. That's great. Well, let's go. We are banking all on this. Wreckage allied. The wreckage in front of us seems to be the source of the signal our sensors detect it. The ship's reactor is close to a critical state and could explode at any time. No survivors detected on board. Do you want to move in closer to inspect the wreckage? Yes, we have to. Otherwise, this run is over. Upon closer inspection, you see a piece of equipment that is still in working condition. There is an allied ship nearby that offers to send a utility drone to help us recover it faster. Attempt to salvage the equipment. 50% success. 10% wreck explodes, dealing 6 hull damage. The gripper tool has a firm hold on the last attachment point of the equipment. You cautiously pull it to one side, and it clicks open. A scavenger drone carefully removes its cargo from the wreckage and brings the equipment on board. Take the Pulse Laser Mark 1 and blast off. So big issue, we are now without fuel. So I'm curious what happens at this point. We can at least give a Pulse Laser Mark 1 to our newfound captain, but there's not much that we can do, right? So conflict zone, we can't go anywhere. We can't do anything. Oh, hello. No, apparently we did. Traversing Solari conflict zones is strictly prohibited. A patrol ship moves in to intercept. I'm curious, when do we use fuel? Is it when we circumvent a node, go through a node? I don't know. Huh. Because we were able to move there, right? So interesting. I guess we'll figure it out if we survive. Because we only have 12 hull left. Flak Barrage, shredding 5. Opening shot, deal 2 to 4 damage. On hull damage, apply 1 shred if enemy has none. And take aim, deal +1 damage, ongoing upgrade. Okay, well, we've got 2 to 4 coming in. We've got 3 to 7 coming in potentially. So a total of maybe 11. So that's a little bit rough. We've got 12 out of 15 command points. Each person gives us another 3 max command points. Auto shielding, that's going to cost 3. And we're going to gain 4 plus 2, 6 plus 4 is 10. That might be enough. We're going to go in and auto shield. We're going to go ahead and emergency shielding. We now have 10. We've got 6, so we can laser pulse, and we can also go for, we can hit for 10 as well, right? Let's go. I'm going to go balls to the wall here because we're out of fuel. So overload cannons, that's going to make the next hit for 50% extra. So that's going to be that big 6 right there. Nail it. Follow it up for 4. Nail that. Disable the Flak Barrage. This is now guaranteed to be enough. And we're going to go in and hold right here. So incoming opening shot. We're down to 7. That's going to cut that in half. Does it round down? It rounds up because 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. It rounded up to 4. That's phenomenal. I love that. We've got conservation. I mean, at this point, we don't have enough to take real advantage of it. So what do we got coming in? 4. We can withstand that. That's fine. The take aim, at least we'll start to work on it. So we'll just ding that out. And we're going to go into missile load and hold. End turn. We've got 1 shield and then it disappears. Okay. So take aim is coming next turn. We've got 5. Repeater pulse. Opening shot is 2 to 4. So honestly, a barrier is going to protect us well enough. And then we can repeater pulse the take aim, but he's still going to get it off. And let's hold. Deal +1 damage. Shields hold, predictive aim. Your next flak attack this turn deals maximum damage. Well, flak's reloading. Flak barrage is now back online. And we've got 6. So, okay, we're going to get some energy. We're going to use conservation first. That's going to allow us to spend, we're going to get 3 energy out of this, right? So we're going to go laser pulse to the flak barrage. We go laser pulse to the predictive aim. Knock that out. The flak barrage is now not guaranteed to do a full set, a 7, but it's still going to roll on the range from 3 to 7. And our barrier currently won't get that up to get 8. And we should be safe. End the turn. Incoming. Deals 5 between 3 to 7. And all their weapons are back online. Okay, so he's got 14. We've got 4. We've got auto shield. We still have shields. This will bring us up to 6. I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. He will cause shred, that's for sure. We only have 12 right now. We need to mitigate the damage as much as possible. So that's going to bring us up. We can go star flare, end turn, go. Incoming. We've got 2 shields. And he just shredded through an additional. He hit us for 4.
Target reached.
We just have to hit him Again, that's it. High five. There it is. So we survive, but do we really? Can we actually continue on this adventure, right? Blinding Pulse, Quick Pulse, Repeater Pulse. We've got Reaper. Missile. In one turn, deals 6 damage plus 2 damage for every missile already in flight. Oh my god. Coupled with the Surge, that is insane. I'm going to go in and get Reaper. That's insane. And continue. I wish I could use it, but we might be out, right? What are we going to do? By the time your crew is finished gathering in any useful salvage from the enemy wreckage, the combat log data transfer is complete.
Thank you for your services. As per our agreement, the funds have been transferred. Until we meet again, Captain.
150 received. Judging by the time between the data transfer and the incoming message, the data broker's ship should be within scanner range, but our sensors are not picking anything up. Okay, so big problem. We got a lot of cool currency. That's awesome. We can buff the reactor if we want to get more energy, but right now we're just in trouble, right? So blue, how do we even get out of here? I mean, we head down this way. I mean, we can't go anywhere. Oh, we can head forward. Interesting. You are hailed by a maintenance ship that is further ahead on your flight path and offers to service your ship's equipment for a price. Yes. The ship slows down and matches your flight path. Soon enough, they initiate a docking request to come on board. The maintenance crew stand ready to provide their services. Streamline the operation of your equipment by removing a card, or extend the capabilities of your equipment by adding a card. I'd rather remove a card. So we'll go ahead and select. So what do we got? We've got conservation. As cool as that is, we just don't use that much energy. If I'm perfectly honest, I'll get rid of that. That's going to guarantee we're going to get ordnance surge every time, right? So pick a card to remove from your equipment. Yes, remove it. The maintenance crew stands ready to provide their services. Add a card. I don't know what we would get. I think I'm going to hold, decline, and proceed. They board their ship, undock, and depart. So we push on to the boss combat, I guess. It's going to let us go. Marauder ship unlocked. As your ship heads towards the Breachway corridor leading out of the system, its sensors pick up a large fleet of unregistered ships forming in the asteroid belt and heading towards the blockade. Heavy fighting appears to be imminent, Captain. It might seem risky, but we could use the chaos to slip by undetected. It's not like we're left with too many choices by the looks of it. Suddenly, the approaching fleet launches a massive coordinated attack, wiping out half of the defending blockade force. Most of the ships are engaged in fighting as you approach, but a massive retrofitted industrial ship is breaking off its course and is heading to intercept your ship.
Turn back or I'll be forced to open fire. This is no place for privateers. The people have taken matters into their own hands. Hey, receiving an incoming hail from one of the ships also heading for the sector exit. These ships were captured or bought by the deadweights. Their actions do not represent the will of our people. You can count on our support, Captain.
Oh, we've got an ally from the free roamers. Nice. Oh my god. So we are not ready for this. We've got 8 hull. They've got 75 hull in the Tyrant class boss fleet. Lighter rounds, we got titanium shells incoming, 4 to 8 damage with shredding 4. Ray shields in 2. Retribution, draw and play an improvised flat card every turn after receiving hull damage. Well, dear god, that is horrible. Okay, we've got 8 points. We can get emergency shielding. Honestly, we need any shielding because we've got 4 to 8 coming in. That's absolutely insane. All right, there we go. Well, we've got 6. We can double laser pulse, but call a support strike of 3 Firefly missiles that target the enemy. I mean, at this point, do it. Go, Wolfpack. It's going to, Fireflies are 4 damage. There's going to be 12 damage total. We can laser pulse. Dear God. This is a bit much. Retribution. Laser pulse. Retribution. End turn. Holy crap. Incoming. Titanium shells. And it rolls high. It hits for 7. And it burns through 6 shielding. And then ticks our hull for 1. Okay, so right now we've got a Starflare missile coming in 2. We've got the titanium shell. They got Retribution. They got a shield coming up. They got light around. Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. Well, I think we're gonna have some trouble here. Auto shield. Laser pulse, not enough. Not enough. Ding out Retribution. We can't stop it. Missile loader, load up.
End turn. Oh boy. Yeah, I think it's over. Oh boy, we've got 2. Inbound, raise shield, retribution. Okay, well, we get one more turn before it's done. Barbed shrapnel. +1 flak maximum damage. Flak reloading, shield amplifier, improvised flak. Deal 3 to 9 damage, shred 6. Oh my god. Reaper, if we had the ordnance search with all the missiles in flight, right? We've got a missile coming to us too, and we'd have nothing like a PDC to shoot that out, so it would just be straight shielding that'll protect us, and we can't stop it, and that's going to kill us. So this is it. This is it. This is the last of it. So we'll go ahead and let's star flare, and we're done. That's it. Oh boy. And we are down, but we've unlocked the Marauder, yeah. So if we were, just as a check, it would go to new run. In theory, we've got the choice of a new ship. We had the Arbalest. This is what was originally on the main menu when we started. But if we do this, now we've got the Marauder. There we go. Look at this. New crew, Sandro. Combat training, and he's deadweight class. Ace pilot Mara Hessen. And Finn Mora, Scavenger. A ship that trades precision for sheer firepower. Overwhelming foes with a barrage of hull-shredding attacks. Its relentless onslaught, making each subsequent attack deadlier than the last. And that's because of Light Flak Mark II. Incredible. We got Resource Bay Mark I. Ordnance Surge. I love the style of this already. Shields, Ordnance Surge, and massive amounts of shots. Already, I really, really like it. That's so cool. God, I want to... Okay, let's just get into... I'm going to just get into the first engagement with this. It's already piquing my interest. We even have 60 hull over the last one, so super powerful. Captain, the coordinates we got from our free roamer informant are leading straight through this sector. Straight through a blockade, according to my sensor readings. Why do they always have to make things difficult? We had best avoid any Solarian Starken stations after we clear this blockade. They might hate each other, but they hate pirates more. Cap, I've got an old friend in this sector. He owes me some favors. It might be wise to pay him a visit. I'll mark the location of his usual stomping grounds. So we're headed up here. We are pirates, apparently. So we are not liked by the Starken. Busy with trying to prevent civilians from fleeing the system. Only a security drone has noticed our approach. It's heading our way on an intercept course. So great place to test. So it's probably going to be our last one just because of the time. But look at this thing. Oh my god, so cool. And this is our passive, Relentless. 20% chance to return an attack card from cooldown to your hand when playing an attack. So just this relentless assault. I love it. Barrier, beam sweep. It's going to take a while to come online. Kinetic attacks, flak, railgun, deal 25% more damage this turn. We've got double time. This turn, draw a card every time that you play a card. Oh my god. And then we got cheap shot. Your next attack this turn costs -3 ordnance. Oh, Jesus. All right, well, tell you what. We don't have enough to do both. Twin barrel and light barrage. Heck, why not? Let's do it. Ordnance surge, twin barrel. Deal 2 to 6, shred 5, add a light barrage card to your hand before he gets the shields up. Fantastic. Light barrage. Light barrage. Holy crap. End the turn. All right, so we've got an incoming attack on the next turn for 6. And that is awesome. Opening shot. Deal 2 to 4 damage on hull damage. Apply 1 flak, 1 shred if enemy has none. I'm not seeing any shred on this guy, so maybe we should totally shred this guy. Or we could light barrage. Deal 2 to 5, shredding 5. I'm surprised that they don't have shred already. Hull damage required to apply 1 shred. Well, if I do this, he should get a shred.
Shredded enemy hull.
Oh, there we go. There's the shred. I don't know why that didn't trigger before. Well, let's go ahead and shield pulse for 4. And shield pulse for 4. Interesting, shield pulse is less, but it only costs 1 energy. So that's actually really cool. So now we're going to take that hit. We don't take the ignite. We've taken 0 damage. And we can basically get even more out of this guy. That's crazy. And we shall hold. So barrier's coming back online. He's going to go up to essentially 14 between armor and hull. And we can punch through that 6, or we hold and just hang tight. We've got an infrared pulse coming in. If enemy's overheated, which we're not, so it's going to deal 3 damage, ignite 3. We're going to need to block that, but I don't think we've got a way to do so. Yeah, we kind of just got to take it, unfortunately. Yeah, so we got a little bit of heat, but we only took 3. It's not too bad.
Opening shot, deal 2 to 4. Apply 1 shred if enemy has none. If we get hull damage, but send it.
Enemy shields down.
And we blew the shields. That's awesome. And we're going to go into twin barrel. And they've got 3. Yeah, this is... You really need a ton. We need to drop out mass, and we need to add to ordnance. Absolutely critical. Ordnance surge, and this guy is completely gone. Shot, light barrage. There it is. High 5. Wow. Okay, very interesting. Very cool. I dig it. Add a card. What do we got? Honed shot. Deal 3 to 8 damage. Shred 4. Cost reduced by 1 ordnance for every shred. Oh, wow. Oh my god, that's amazing. Unload. Deals 5 to 10 damage. Shred 5. Requires you played 3 or other flak attack this. Oh my god, that's a lot. I guess that's why twin barrel is helpful, followed by light barrage. And you're going to need a lot of ordnance surge, mass surge. Why do you need the mass? Probably in order to power these upgraded versions. We've got auto shield, which would be so helpful. That'd actually be really helpful. If draw succeeds, add 2 shield, or just straight up barrier. I mean, I guess it would be unload, yeah? Well, that'll be crazy, yeah. Wow, this is so cool. I just want to keep playing. This is nuts. Wow. Bunnies, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. That is a first look at Breachway. I really, really like it. I think they've done a good job of kind of playing that tension between, like, I get something, and now the card to represent it actually feels like it's playing in line with the style of the ship. So like that second ship, or I guess the third ship, the Marauder, it's all straight output, right? So the flak kind of works where it's like we're going to keep building on all of this relentless assault that we had before. If the enemy is able to keep its shields up or anything like that, it disrupts your flak attempt, and if you're not building on flak every turn, then you're just not going to keep up. But if you can just overwhelm the enemy and just keep the momentum going, then you can absolutely just start stacking up monumental, like colossal volumes of damage, and that just seems really cool. Some of the other ships are more balanced. You've got like the shielding, the shield comes in, you can pull more shielding and just not take damage and just tick away at the enemy and overheat him and just cause like dot damage, stuff like that. So really, really cool stuff. And I think it's really interesting to have access to sort of like the faction system with a reputation, and whether or not you're going to access certain types of events in different types of parts of the galaxy. And obviously we're only going through the first sector. We haven't even exited the first sector, haven't even exited and bypassed the next boss. So really, really cool stuff. Definitely reminds me of like a, I don't know, kind of like 3D cell shaded FTL. And that's only a good thing. If you enjoyed the first look at the game, please feel free to like, share, or comment down below. It helps us a great deal. I had a total blast. I hope you did as well. And I can't wait to get into the next one with you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.